Good morning, students. Today's class we will see about the April 2020 research question paper of 2010 scheme. So the first essay was describe the purpose and method of review of literature. The types of review of literature. First one, traditional or narrative literature review. It presents a summary of literature and draws conclusions about topic in a question. Body of literature composed of summary of facts. It's not fact, it is FACTS, facts on subject area of primary and secondary sources. The primary purpose of traditional literature review is to offer a comprehensive background of subject under study to understand the subject area, identify the gaps, inconsistencies in the body of knowledge, and highlighting the significance of new research questions. It is also useful in developing the conceptual and theoretical framework. The second type is systemic literature review. It includes more systematic and vigorous approach of literature review in a specific subject area. The main aim is to find out the answer for all well-focused questions of clinical practice. It includes the methods used for searching, evaluating, synthesizing the literature. In this, the researcher formulates research questions, determines the inclusion-exclusion criteria, followed by selection and access and reviews, and finally analyze, synthesize, and communicate the findings. It identifies, critically evaluated, and synthesizes all published literature available on a specific topic of interest. The third type is meta-analysis. It includes large number of findings from the quantitative research studies and computes statistical analysis for drawing the integrated and cumulative inference on conclusions. It is the highest level of evidences in research of evidence-based practice. The fourth type is meta-synthesis. It is also a non-statistical method used to integrate, evaluate, interpret the findings of multiple qualitative research studies. Findings from ethnography, phenomenology, and grounded theory are used for clinical practice for better understanding and implementation of appropriate nursing care. The purpose of review of literature include: first, it helps to identify what is already known about the research problem. Second, it helps to build enough previous knowledge. Many published research studies contain recommendations for future research from which we can get idea for the new research study. It makes researchers know what the research has already been and done in a particular area so as to avoid the duplication. It is necessary to narrow the problem to be studied, identify the questions a body of research does not answer. It helps researchers to get acquainted with the relevant theories, strategies, tools, and instruments for conducting the research. It helps to understand the different ways of conducting research study. It helps to identify comparative data, so helps in interpretation and discussion of previous studies. Short notes. The first one is advantage of any true experimental design. So here we can see the advantage of true experimental design. The experimental research design are considered the most powerful designs to establish causal relationship between independent and dependent variables. Where the purpose of research is explanation, the causal relationship may be established among the variables by experimentation, especially in the studies involving physical subjects where the variables are more easily controlled than in human studies. In the studies, the controlled environment in which the study is conducted can yield a great degree of purity in observation. It permits repetition of the experiment. Next is advantage of quasi-experimental design. Quasi-experimental designs more frequently used because they are more practical and feasible to conduct research studies in nursing where the absence of a large sample size, randomization, and or availability of control groups are not always possible. This design more suitable for a real-world natural setting than true experimental research design. It allows researchers to evaluate the impact of quasi-independent variables under naturally occurring conditions. It may be able to establish a causal relationship wherein some of the hypotheses are practically answered to the design only. The third question is rating scale. A scale with a set of opinions which describe varying degree of attitude being observed. Common aspects of rating scale are reliability of the work, initiatives, judgment, neatness, etc. Types of rating scale include graphical rating scale, that is horizontally printed off at various points on the scale from the lowest to highest. Descriptive rating scale divides the scale into series of verbal phrases to indicate the level of performance, that means very active to active, moderately active and passive. The numerical rating scale divides the scale into fixed numbers of points ranging from 1 to 10, for example, numerical pain assessment scale. Then comparative rating scale, researchers make judgment about the attribute of a person by comparing with that of another person. Characteristic of rating scale include its clarity, short, concise statement in a simple and unambiguous language. Second is variety. Monotony in the statement can be avoided. Relevance, according to the variable understanding. And objectivity, convenient to the judge, the attribute. Uniqueness, each statement should be unique in itself so attributes can be judged appropriately. The advantage of rating scale include: first, easy to administer and score. Used for quantitative research, used to evaluate skills, performance and outcome program. The disadvantages are difficult to rate certain variables, chance for subjectivity. The fourth factors influencing the sampling process. The first one is nature of the researcher. Inexperienced investigator, lack of interest, lack of honesty, intensive workload and inadequate supervision. The nature of the sample, inappropriate sampling technique, sample size, defective sampling frame. Then circumstances like lack of time, large geographical area, lack of cooperation from others, natural calamities like flood. This all will affect the research. Then qualitative research design, a field of inquiry which involves an in-depth understanding of the human behavior. Qualitative approach is a general way of thinking about the qualitative research. It describes either explicitly or implicitly purpose of the qualitative research, the role of researcher, the stages of research, and the method of data analysis. It is often said that qualitative research is any research that does not include numbers. This is not a good definition, as it is the approach to data gathering that is different in the two styles of research rather than the outputs. Quantitative research aims to explore, discover, understand, or describe phenomena that have already been identified but not well understood. The types of qualitative research design are ethnography, phenomenology, grounded theory, historical research, case studies, action research. The characteristics include: it does not begin from the predetermined starting point or proceed through a fixed sequence steps, but it involves interaction of the different design components. In qualitative research, any component of the design may need to be reconsidered or modified during the study in response to the new developments or the changes in some other component. The activities of collecting and analyzing data, developed and modified theory, elaborate or refocusing the research questions and identify the addressing validity threats are usually all going on more or less simultaneously, each influencing all of others. The design are flexible rather than the fixed and inductive rather than following a strict sequence or derived from an initial decision. The design should be a reflexive process operating through every stage of the project. Sample. In qualitative research, the sample is small and not chosen randomly, rather the choice of sample is purposeful. Method of data collection in quantitative research include open-ended questionnaire, unstructured interview or developmental interview, informal conversational method, focus group discussion, participant observation, diary accounts, recording and transcribing. Data analysis include quantitative research approach include an inductive research approach. No hypotheses are put forward to guide the research. It begins by observing phenomena and continues to find patterns in the form of themes, categories, concepts, and typologies of emergence. Tentative hypotheses are introduced. The role of researcher in qualitative: one must physically go to the people, location, setting, or site. Researchers do not manipulate the situation but rather than watch naturally occurring events and not control them. Then generalization. In qualitative research, we are not concerned about generalization of the research findings. Actually, generalization is a cooperative venture of a researcher and the reader. The researcher describes the context fully and the reader decides if the context is similar or representative of his or her situation. Strength and weakness of qualitative research. The strength in depth understanding, so it is flexibility. Weakness include subjectivity, suggestive, that is not definitive, that means limited generalization. The sixth question is ethics in nursing research. Ethics in nursing research can be defined as an act of moral principles which the researcher has to follow while conducting the nursing research to ensure the rights and welfare of the individual, groups or community under study. Importance of ethics in research include it protects the vulnerable group and other study participants from harmful effect of the experimental intervention. Participants are safeguarded from the exploitation of the researchers. Establish a risk-benefit ratio for the study subject. Ensure the fullest respect, dignity, privacy, disclose of information and of fair treatment for the study subjects. Build the capability of the subject to accept or reject participation in study and to have access to informed or written consent for the participation in research. The ethical principles in nursing research include first is principle of beneficence, establishing a positive risk-benefit ratio where the risk of research should never exceed expected benefits for the people from the knowledge generated by the research activity. A potential risk of the research study must be carefully assessed and participants are protected from any harmful effect of the research study. Principle of respect of human dignity. This principle of ethics emphasizes a freedom of choice where the participants have right to accept or reject to be the part of the research study. Participants have full right to question the researcher for any additional information or clarification of doubts. Participants have right to quit from the study at any stage of the research study. Principle of justice. This ethical principle directs the researchers to abide by the participants' right of fair treatment and maintenance of privacy. The fair and non-discriminatory selection of the participants, thus any risk and benefits will be equally shared by the study participants. Participant selection should be based on research requirement and not convenience, gullibility or compromised position of the certain type of people. Next question was to calculate mean, mode and median of the following data. Mean means sum of all values divided by number of observations. So it is 31.3. Mode is most frequently occurring data. In this there is no mode in this given observations, and median is middlemost observation arranged in ascending or descending order, and total number of observation is 10. So it is the combination, it is the average of 5th and 6th observation, so it is 13. Then draw a pie diagram using the following data. So total students number 60, among that from Karnataka 10, Kerala 30, Tamil Nadu 10 and Andhra Pradesh 5, and from other states are 5. So size of each angle, the class frequency by total observation into 360, because the angle of the circle is considered as a 360. So we have to convert this data to a 360. So for example, from Karnataka it is 10. So 10 divided by 60 into 360 or 60. So 60% of the people from the, not the 60th portion from the, is shown as the Karnataka. The second is the ninth question is presentation of data. Method by which the people organize, summarize and communicate information using variety of figures, tables and graph and diagram. Data analyzed are presented through tabular presentations. That means the table should have title, rows, columns, cells, footer and table number. Table should be self-explanatory, clear, concise headings for rows and columns. Graphical representation include histogram, bar chart, pie chart, line chart, frequency, polygon, pictogram, normal distribution, curves, scatter diagram, etc. It is used to divide the quantitative data used to see the patterns, trends, similarities and differences in research data. It helps in easy and better understanding of the subject, provide faster information about the data, helpful in future analysis, easy for making comparison, which is very attractive. It should be presented in a simple form, arouse interest in the reader, should be concise but without losing important details, facilitate further statistical analysis, define problem and should suggest a solution. The 10th question is communication of research findings. A research project cannot be considered complete until its results are effectively communicated to users or the consumers. Therefore, communication of research findings is one of the essential and final steps of research process. Purpose include promotion of learning of a new knowledge among professionals, expansion of the base of for the evidence-based practice, improving healthcare outcome by refining the existing body of professional knowledge. Criteria for communicating research include selecting the proper channel for communication, knowing the consumers, developing an effective plan for writing research report, careful selection of a journal for publication of report, careful review of authors' manuscript guidelines. And method of communication include written report like published journals and publications, oral report like presentation in conferences. Writing a research report is the ultimate outcome of a research process. The research task is not complete until the report has been read. Dissemination of a research findings serves scientific, professional, and public functions. Characteristics include a research report must have the characteristic of conciseness, clarity, honesty, completeness, and accuracy. It must cover all subjects and maintain interest. It must cover among interest in the users. It must be written and presented logically. Presentation must be visually attractive. Report must reflect its originality. File study, we have discussed this previous question papers, and the next question is quota and purposive sampling. Quota sampling equal proportionate representation of subject from quota, but purposive subjects are chosen for a specific purpose. Equal representation from all categories of data. Researchers need to select the sample based on the criteria less number of samples are available. Advantages quota is include cheaper, used in studies related to public opinion poll, more generalization. But for the purposive sampling, it is simple, used in explorative studies. Disadvantages include chance for overrepresentation, chance for bias. Researchers should knowledgeable and less generalization of the findings. Then research hypothesis and null hypothesis. Null hypothesis is written in the H0. It is also known as statistical hypothesis and used in the statistical testing and interpretation statistical outcome. It states the existence of no relationship between the independent and dependent variable. Example, there is no relationship between smoking and incidence of lung cancer. Research hypothesis is state the existence of relationship between two or more variables. Example, there is a relationship between smoking and incidence of lung cancer. Historical design and survey design. Historical design is a qualitative design data collected to past occurrence, analyzing the previous information, events, and testing their validity. The purpose of a historical research design is to collect, verify, and synthesize evidence from the past to establish facts that defend or refute the hypothesis. Describes what occurred in the past. Depends upon data observed by rather than the investigator. Survey design is a quantitative, non-experimental design and related to current data. Respondents are chosen through probability sampling procedures, systematic questionnaire or interview procedures. Sophisticated statistical techniques are used for analysis. Sample and sample frame. Sample is selected elements chosen for the participation of study. People are referred to as subjects or participants. Represents the whole population. Purpose is to draw the inference. Sampling frame is the list of all elements in the population from which the sample is drawn. Frame is needed so that everyone in the population is identified, so they will have equal opportunity for selection as a subject or element. Could be extremely large if population is national or international in nature. Observational checklist and questionnaire. The observation checklist is defined as preparation of list of expected items of performance or attribute which are checked for their presence or absence. But questionnaire are planned self-reported form designed to elicit information through a verbal or written responses. The observation checklist used for evaluation of skills or performance assessed during its occurrence, but questionnaire is used assessment of knowledge of the subject. Accuracy, degree of accuracy is less in the observation, but accuracy is more in questionnaire. The questionnaire is costly, but the observation is costly, but questionnaire is cost effective. Observation is training of the researcher is needed, but it is questionnaire, it is easy to administer. Sample size will be a small in case of questionnaire, but is a large in case of small in case of observation, but large in case of questionnaire. Thank you.